Alright. New weekly. First full weekly in the new year, I guess you could say. There's some stuff going on. I'm gonna just cut to the chase. I think the strongest thing this week is going to be Mantis Shark. Also could even combo with a Muskox as well to like get double worth out of it type of thing. Pretty good sounding to me. Also a good reason for pills. There's not any like amazing pillables, like I guess a Weasel, Fire Ant, Walrus kind of thing, but nothing crazy. There is some scaling. Shrimp, Penguin, Manatee, Seal, Axolotl, Moose, Dragon. There's some solo scalers. Ostrich, Jellyfish, Shark, as I mentioned already. I guess Doberman if you count that. Oh, and the Whale Shark, I think? I'm not gonna take a horse. I don't know what to tell you. There's no weakness. There are bearded hedgehogs. No, masseuses. There's no trumpets, so I don't know why wildebeest is there. It doesn't do anything. Don't think this really changes anything. Oh no, it does. Okay. Yeah, it just feels like solo scalers plus some regular scaling like penguins, manatees, axolotls, seals, moose, dragons. Those plus... Alright, we'll have to take it. Those plus if you get the sweet setup of the Mantis Muskox Shark thing. That all seems pretty strong. Don't hit my ant. Okay, thank you. Triple kill. We'll take it. Fantastic start. I love that. Love that for me. You can also, I think, succeed without the Mantis Shark. You just would have like a more normal regular scaling team. Now, I probably should have considered the Jellyfish there, but I'm gonna go long term, take the Weasel, because we're at full health, and that seems pretty good. Well, I mean, there are pills. There's not really a reason to go level 3, but I mean, a 5/5's pretty strong, so I'll take it. And then maybe I'll buy a toy next turn or something. It is snow. Hey, look at that. They'll trade off. They wouldn't have otherwise. That's a big duck, though. And the math did not work out. The ant luck did not work. I guess I'm selling the fish then? Sure. Okay. Duck or... I think we're actually going to skip the extra lemur. And would have been a pretty decent jellyfish run. Well, potential jellyfish run, but it's okay. We're going to jump to tier 4s next. We're going to get a mantis and a something else. Ooh, double of that. That's cute. I had one of the few setups that work against it, though. The first real snow of the year was today, or is today. I think it's technically stopped, but yeah. Well, I think we're doing this. Now, I don't think I'm gonna kill the ant first. I think we're probably gonna kill the mosquito. There is something to be said about having this lobster, huh? Because you bring in a new unit that's gonna die every turn. Okay, I can get behind that. I can get behind that. I do wonder if maybe the mantis shouldn't be in the front, but... Probably makes sense because of the garlic to have the ant in front. So I'm glad I did what I did. Past week of streams? Also, kind of bad luck on that hoopoo, I would say. Alright. So if I buy this, that means one of these things is gonna have to die. Now I do like the idea of keeping the duck, or like duck leveling for the tier 5 shark. I do like that idea. I understand it's a little greedy. Okay. Well, now I'm confused. I think I still do this. Give Wondom Fan. That doesn't. Yo. Oh, I should have bought the salad. I didn't even look. I was supposed to buy the salad there. That was a mistake. Okay. Let's try that again. Okay, trade in the front. We like that. We have enough to draw. That's all we can ask for. Did some streams playing a game called the Mobile Suit Baba, which was fun. 2 gold next turn? Yeah. Yes, that is how that works. Okay. Doesn't really need the stats, but maybe I end up keeping it. Who knows? It's not really what I was hoping for, I'm not gonna lie. But this also works well with that, so I like that. I like this going into the front now. Yeah! That gives this an extra turn of buffing. I don't know who it's gonna buff right away, but it does make sense to me that that would happen. How are we doing this? I mean, we could have the lobster die, I guess. Would we rather give attack to the highest tier friend? I feel like we don't want this to die right away then. Because, yeah. Okay, I think this is what I'm gonna do. Muskox does work well with this. It is kind of late for that. I think we're already looking for a shark and stuff. Now, I could have saved the weasel just because has a faint trigger, but I'd rather keep the shop open to get a shark spawn. Okay, so trade in the front. I take your egg shot. Is the ant big enough? It's big enough to draw, so we'll take that. Pad stream, Mobile Suit Baba stream. I'm trying to remember, there was something else we did, I think, one day, but ant hit you, not a huge fan of that necessarily. Not what I was targeting by any means. If we have to take this, we can. It does save us some amount of money. I would rather like kind of keep some stuff along here before I do that. This I don't think makes sense. I guess it's kind of better than the stork. I'm gonna buy it just to be here for a moment. You get the buff, we can switch them if we want. It does buff you a little bit as well, but none of that really does anything for me. I mean, it does give us the chance of a leveled manatee next turn, which would be kind of cool. Did not quite get there. I don't think we really need the pill anymore, by the way. And yeah, this kind of lined up with buffing the manatee, which seems good to me. The lobster should be in the back. I will admit that. The lobster should definitely be in the back. Also, rolling for... Alright, well, we just lose now. So that's cool, I guess. Yeah, that is cool. Activate buy ability. No. I don't really want to buy this ant. This regular ant. Okay. Yes. Sell. You. You give all of your attack? I'm trying to think if I want to... I guess this turn, this just has to die unless we have the lobster die. We're just missing the levels. And I'm also wondering, do I want to buff this? Or if I want to buff the shark to help that speed up. But I think we need to do this just because the health on you is important. and this buffing this also makes some amount of sense, just to get it a little bit quicker, but there's, yeah, I think that makes sense. What up, Elemental? So these still trade despite the garlic. And that's a big shark. That's a lot of attack. That is why I like the Fire Ant. It does transfer that attack, and it is going to the shark, which is, that is a lot. Don't buy this. Buy this first. I think you have to... Well, this is weird. You kind of just die this turn, huh? We're probably going to sell you. So I guess we go here. We don't have a tier 3. We do not have a tier 3. I can get some gold out of you this turn. If I do this. Sell. Buy. And go like this and we get some money out of it. There's like some amounts of food that are good, and then there's some that are kind of not really good necessarily, but at least the cow is pretty good, huh? I do wonder if we just replace the manatee with like anything. Well, definitely not that, and I don't think I'm gonna bother to salad. I'd rather roll for chocolates, or kind of like anything that would be useful, like that. All of these things actually are pretty useful here. And if it kills the lobster this turn, that's also fine, because the lobster's kind of not great right now anyway. Mobile Soup Baba game was good, though. I don't really know how to describe that game, because I just don't know the terminology, I think, here, but... I mean, we're gonna trade, but could have been better. It's like a... not quite a tactics game, but not also really a... I don't know what the right word is, really. Oh, right, I got gold for that. Right, I forgot about that part, even though... Alright, okay, yes, we want that. Gives to the highest tier. So it gives it to the sauropod? This is fine, like this, I guess. Is there other armor I would rather have on the shark? Not really, so I guess we end up doing that next turn. Last game of the football season for the Patriots was today, so that was something at least. It was terrible. It was so bad that it was funny, but also so bad that I basically stopped paying attention. And I guess I'm not really sure how to describe it other than the fact that, I guess I pizza first. Oh boy. Then if I buy this, I go to 5 but then get 6. Yes. And then I go here to give something. I know, like, oh, you just bought this, what are you doing? But okay, well, I don't know what to do with that information. I'm gonna be honest. You burnt the ceiling of your mouth on pizza. That doesn't seem great. The game was so bad. It was snowing, but it was just also really bad. And neither the Jets nor the Patriots could really score anything. And it made it so that, like, the commentators sounded like they basically were getting bored. That's the best way I can describe it. Which is certainly unique. I do think it's time to probably switch you out. We're only, I guess, gonna get one of these this turn. Freeze this. I guess I'm gonna go big somebody else that's not the wall. Like, I guess just this. And then this. You get extra money out of that. And then this, so that they could both get Death Touch. The whole team's gonna have Death Touch. Oh, you know what? A taper, I should have frozen that instead. because it'll just spawn something that's on the team and then you get level out of it. That makes a lot of sense. You know what was also crazy is that it was so bad. Is that gonna kill you? No. It was so bad. Oh, that's not really the order we want, but at least that death touch might make it so the shark finishes the job, yes. The refs basically stopped calling penalties because it seemed like even they wanted to get it over with. That it sounds like I'm making that up. It kind of was like that. It kind of was actually like that. It was pretty amazing. I suppose I could have bought an egg and then had enough money to buy that, but I don't really care, I guess. That's still fine. Okay. Refs raid the game so it seemed like everyone involved wanted to get home, whether it was because of the weather or because of oh, the durian does not work that way, huh? Well, we lost this one. We kind of need the shark like further up. We kind of need the shark like further up almost. Or like we almost need the... Yeah, I don't know. Everyone's dying. It doesn't really make sense to level you to level 3, so I guess I'm just not going to. I mean, I guess you can pill a walrus after this if there's nothing good, and then that way you get something out of it. Okay. Sure. And then freeze this guy. Getting +2 gold. So if I pill this ant, I have 3 gold, right? Whew. Okay. I was really worried I messed that up. I'm not gonna lie. I was really worried I messed that one up. I don't know what the right decision there is, but... Oh, you know what was crazy? During the game, like I'm basically not paying attention to this game by the time it's like half, maybe not even. And it it was so bad that I don't know if this was on purpose. But you know, I'm not really paying attention. I'm like listening, hearing things at some point once in a while, but they played like I heard they played Rickroll just like during the game. Like at the stadium. I don't even know what to make of that. Also, I'm gonna do this. I know he's gonna get killed, but I think it doesn't matter. Or not that it doesn't matter, but rather that like it could make a pretty big difference potentially. Also, I don't think there's gonna be a ton we find otherwise that's actually useful here. Like, I'd rather buy this. We get some money out of it for more rolling. Also, fire ant's good. Have I ever done level 3 praying mantis? Yes. Then I don't care, because he's already gonna be 50-50. That's pretty good though, as well. Honestly, freeze that just as a thing to buy. It was amazing. It was an amazing thing to see. Now we are not as great against these spawn teams because of we don't have sort of reduced stuff here, but we have enough to draw, which is probably going to happen a lot now. We're kind of at that point in the late game where there's likely a lot of death touch to be had. Now really we want that death touch to hit this walrus more than anything else, but how many times does this work? 3? Alright, so I think you just do this because you're gonna get the triggers from the cow anyway. I think I roll before the fire ant? That doesn't really matter as much, but... Unless I haven't done a level 3 shark, but I have, so I don't care. Because he's going to be 50-50 in 2 seconds anyway. You could do this to get some stats on the walrus. That's fine. The thing is, there's not really worth putting stuff on anything because it's just gonna get death touch anyway. Okay. All right. Probably gonna end up buying one of those. Again, I think I'm just gonna do this. I know that looks crazy. The only other thing to do would be to put garlics on these units for pre-set up snipes. Though that's really only yeah, your switched order didn't really bother me here because my shark's already big enough. The tomato! Let's go! But yeah, for snipes was what my initial statement was gonna be about there. Pizza. Stew. Buy a fire ant. Don't think I'm gonna buy a +3 health. I will buy a garlic just in case, again, we got swapped or something like that. That seems okay. No, I've done level 3 sauropod, right? I have, but I guess technically if we like drew a bunch of games, there's a world where we would benefit. Round 18. This weekly goes late because of all the death touch and stuff. Yeah, like this team seems pretty problematic for me. Now, if that tomato killed, if the tomato killed the fly, then okay. But obviously that's not the case here. So that does seem like that might be the. Oh, you can also get some nice stuff from these like waffle on the cockatoo there. I do see that now. I mean, we could do a fly just to do a fly, I guess. I don't really see what else I would get. I mean, a fire ant is I guess it's better, just in theory of what it does. I'm not by any means like, oh yeah, we're definitely winning. I don't actually think that's true necessarily at all. I actually think it's not the case at all. We are unfortunately going to lose by 1 health there. A 1 health difference, and that's a draw. But you do see what's going on here. Now, I guess you could say maybe the sauropod was the weak link, I guess. Maybe you throw in I mean, the flies seem to be good because of everyone gets rid of their garlics for death touch. And then if you have enough spawn stuff, it kind of chips through. So I do see that. I do see that. I'm a little sad, obviously. We just had the bearded masseuses. What about the bearded... What about the upside down bananas? There's that whole thing where people open it from one side, or they flip it and open it from the bottom side, like the monkeys do. I actually think I do it from the bottom side myself, though I did do it from the top side at one point when I was younger. I guess I'm taking an egg. I don't really want those units. But yeah, that was sad. That was a little sad we lost, but I think I'm okay with it. I was sort of like when it's a weekly like this with lots of death touch, I sort of just kind of accepted the fact that we were kind of starting to become not as good as other teams because we didn't have as much big units, but also the fact that I mean, I guess I'd take a worm just to, like, in case. Like, spawn teams are good against my team at that point, but then also normal teams are still good at that point as well. I think in that situation, really what I should have done is not keep the walrus, but rather just let it walruses get killed off and spread death touch around. That way I can have another actually bigger unit, or like add in like just some unit that can scale in some fashion. I don't remember if a jellyfish head was already in the shop last previous. No, it wasn't, because that was the, well, maybe it was actually. Yeah, it might have been. I mean, it's still worth it. Yeah. Yeah. It's still worth the gamble, I think. I guess technically you go up here, and you go here. I don't know why I had that crazy start. I sounded like a sound effect. Bug to the beat to the bug to the bumble. We win this, right? Why is your ant in the back? Oh, I moved it. That's why. Nice. Okay. Freeze this. Give me a level on one of my guys. Let's go. Okay. I don't think really getting the trigger on the sheep is like worth it necessarily here. We're gonna hold off like this. I do think a lobster is decent because it helps promote me switching out units after I get them leveled. Usually, one of the well, not usually, but one of the problems I sometimes run into, the math here is terrible. That cockroach was 1 health. So then my garlic unit didn't get to run through the sheep. Feels bad. Sometimes when I do a jellyfish run, I keep units I get, and then I don't get more levels because of it. Lobster kind of promotes not doing that, I guess. I don't really like buying... Jesus Christ. I don't really like buying worms apples until it reaches level 2. It's not going well. Okay. I'm going to keep this for next turn's level anyway, I think. But a hawk is pretty good. So I guess that means I have to either dump the sheep or this. I guess this is 6-6, this is 7-6, kind of. I mean, it's split up, so it's a little bit different, but whatever. It's fine. And then I think I'm just not even gonna freeze that anymore. Okay, alright. Well played, I guess. Kind of, I don't know, I still feel like it's a little bit bullshit. Really? You're gonna run garlic in front, but then put a 1-2 in front? Like, come on, I feel like I got owned by someone making a mistake there. I don't I'm not a huge fan of how that played out. Well, I don't like really either of you, but I will say that these do help with getting leveled units quicker. I will admit that. Okay, and then I'll take a random rabbit just to be here for a turn to also make this buff a little bit better. This is a 2-cost apple. So there you go. This is a much better team than last turn. I got this. Well, I got to 9 wins last time, so I don't trust anything anymore, really, but that's you cheated. You cheated. That was insane. Our stats weren't even that different, and these people keep putting tiny units up front. I don't know how this is happening. I feel a little bit betrayed. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Feel a little bit betrayed by that one. You got to 9 in your first attempt this week and you feel robbed? Yeah. Agreed. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what you want me to do with this. I guess this to then maybe get a level next turn or something. I don't know. I'm not feeling the axolotl here. I'm almost wondering now, should I put the jellyfish up front? Again, all of these friggin' zero, like, tiny units in front, almost getting me again there is a little crazy. Okay, this makes sense to me. We're gonna be feeding, so that makes sense to me. I guess I can roll first. Thing is, this alpaca's kind of useless in terms of, like, I'm not really, well, I guess I could be switching out the hawk, to be fair. You know what, I'm putting you back here to snipe like a spawn team guy. But, I mean, the alpaca's the most likely to get out of here, so. Yeah, okay. It's not the size of the dog in the fight. Tell that to the dogs. Alright, we should win this one, thankfully. Okay. I saw a job listing this week, by the way. This is unrelated. I saw a job listing this week that was the title, definitely a scam, but it was like on LinkedIn or something. That was, I guess I could have gone rabbit, but AI prompt engineer. Paying 100K. Yeah, okay, buddy. I totally believe you. I guess it doesn't make sense. It doesn't matter if I level it now or next turn, really. I mean, I guess it does for the jelly. Okay, sauropod plus worm plus seal. Get rid of the alpaca. I like it. I like that a lot. That's the plan. Though we're not really gonna have walruses, so maybe that means we have to get rid of, like, the hawk or something like that. Oh, this is just nightmarish what you've done. How could you have done this to me? How could you have done this to me? Yeah, sure, Okay. Okay. Yes. Yes. Now what I'm potentially, like, waiting on would be, let's go, double triggered. One more trigger left this turn? I don't think so. Walrus pill, I'm basically looking to do that for sure. I guess this works with level 3, we get more gold, so that's good too. I was gonna take this, but I think we do kind of want to leave a slot. Well, I guess it doesn't really leave the slot open, but at least I would have more gold next turn. I could do this to make sure something gets Death Touch, I guess, next turn. If I get a pill plus a walrus. Because we would probably want it on the worm. Well, I guess, or the sauropod, but that is a humongous, just an absolute monster of a jellyfish. And I'm very sad because we lost a couple rounds there that were just kind of stupid. Just having a small unit up front once to just get sniped by the hawk and then barely churn through the rest of the team type of thing. Level 3 jellyfish too, but I think, I don't know, I feel like a food team kind of thing like that can work for sure, but we'll have to give it another shot.